The first step to success is to get your mind right. The second step is to get your mouth right. The words you verbalize are a direct reflection of the beliefs that you have internalized. I can spend 2 minutes with you in conversation, and by the words you use and the faith that I feel behind those words, I can tell you exactly where you're going in life. Words set outcomes in motion. God has given us the power to create with our mouths. When you are going through the trial, the tribulation, the challenge, the struggle, whatever it is you're facing, I want you to remember this. Your mind, your faith, and your mouth are your weapons. Success has to be first spoken into existence. Now, the words you say are either moving you closer to your dreams or moving you further away. I'm gonna tell you the secret. When you learn to tame your tongue, you take control of your destiny. You get behind the steering wheel. When your mouth matches your mind, which aligns with your faith, nothing can stop you. That's what I'm talking about when I say blessed and unstoppable. It's your faith, your mind, and your words walking in agreement together. Your mouth carries full command of the realm around you. You have the ability to bless, curse, heal, or destroy every time you utter something out of your mouth. Acknowledging this transformative power is essential to building a life of success. Breakthroughs start in the mind, but it's your mouth that initiates the change. In order to seize possession of the victory, you have to do that with your words. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Now it's time to declare the blessing. Every cell, muscle, tissue, fiber, joint, ligament, bone, organ, system in my body is functioning in the perfection which God intended for it to function. I call forth healing, complete restoration. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee in thy wounds, saith the Lord. My body radiates greatness. No sickness will have any dominion over me. I think like a champion. I speak like a champion. I work out like a champion. And when I sit down at the food table, the food I put in my body helps make me a better champion. My body is holy. My body is the temple. The spirit resides in my body, and I will treat my body with respect. I align every ounce of my being with my message. I look, I feel, I radiate greatness. Now I speak over my finances. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly in God's perfect way with no burden added to it. I am the master of money. Money does not own me, I own it. It serves me, I don't serve it. I am the head and not the tail, above, not below. I will lend to many nations and not borrow. I am a millionaire. That's right, I said I'm a millionaire. Scarcity and lack have no place in the life of a Christian. Isaac planted his crops that year, and he harvested 100 times more grain than he planted, for the Lord blessed him, and his wealth continued to grow. Money's coming to me pressed down, shaken together, and running over. My storehouses are overflowing with you, Lord, the overseer. I wrap every dollar with grace, love, and for the betterment of your kingdom. I speak over my relationships now. All the right mentors, mentees, coaches, teachers, people who have knowledge that I need to fulfill my God-given calling are now coming into my life. My marriage is one of unity, one of love, one of passion, one of friendship. We are united together as one under the one true God. I speak life over my wife. Love, joy, happiness, encouragement, inspiration, uplifting. Every word I speak builds her up. No sickness has any dominion over her. The devil has no place in her life. She is prosperous, successful, anointed, blessed and unstoppable in the name of Jesus. The devil has no place in my home. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, united as one. I refuse to give the devil a foothold in my life, because no corrupt communication shall proceed out of my mouth. Fear has no dominion over me. For the Lord did not give me a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. I believe champions don't run from fear, they attack it. I'm not in chains. I'm not in bondage. I'm not a slave to anything. For he who the Son sets free is free indeed, and I am free. Alcohol, drugs, lust, greed, pride, bitterness, jealousy, unforgiveness, anger, eating disorders, panic attacks, PTSD, cancer, heart attacks, strokes. None of these things have any dominion over me, because I'm blessed and unstoppable. And this is the inner symphony of greatness, the epic soundtrack of success. I will not be held hostage, waiting on people to open the door for me. I will get up and grind, create my own door, and put myself on, because I am a champion. I am hungry, dedicated, fearless, a warrior of God who believes all things are possible to him that believeth. I am disciplined. I am committed. I am dedicated, young, rich, and motivated, completely sold out, all in, 120, committed to fulfilling my God-given destiny. Nothing can stop me, because I am blessed and unstoppable. And I don't just say these words out of my mouth. I say them from my spirit, the champion spirit that's on the inside of me. Mediocrity has no place in me. Average is not welcomed here. I am going one place and one place only. I got a one-way ticket from the bottom to the top. And I don't say this for fame. I don't say this for money. I don't say this for validation. I'm doing this for legacy. When I'm dead and gone, they will say there is a man right there who lived on this earth, who gave it everything he had. Failure is not an option for me. Failure does not exist in my vocabulary. For 8 years, I walked the block in a mental prison, searching for answers. Panic attacks, PTSD, fear, and anxiety consumed me. But here's what was really going on. God was molding and shaping me and preparing me for this calling. He was preparing me for the words that I'm saying to you right now. You see, the more we go through the fire, the more refined we become. Now fear and pain had stung me, had inflicted me, had tried to stomp out my destiny. But God is faithful, and he did what he promised. For he said to me, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And you see, I was bold enough to believe that. And when I went around that block for those 8 years, every day I got a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher, and a whole lot bolder. And now I am prepared for my calling. And I get behind this mic with no fear to tell you that I am still here. The enemy has not defeated me. He has not destroyed me. He has actually made me. I am a champion. I am a warrior. I am hungry, dedicated, and now I'm fearless. Wrapped with grace. To the enemy, I'm dangerous. It's not about goals. For me, it's about purpose, legacy. I'm anchored in grace. God still moves. I am a warrior, blessed and unstoppable. What kind of life do you want to live? Success is a choice. It's a decision that only you can make for you. First comes the choice, then comes the commitment. Are you willing to commit to doing what it takes to go where you want to go? A lot of people say they want to be successful, but they struggle and they stumble on that commitment part. A lot of times, the only way we will make that commitment is we have to hit rock bottom. We have to get so sick and tired of feeling the way we do before we'll ever take the action needed to crawl up out of that pit. I think you're ready. I think you're ready, or you wouldn't be listening to me right now. I think you know that you have greatness on the inside of you, and you just need somebody to speak over your life, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I speak greatness over you. Arise, champion. I'm speaking to somebody out there. The reason you feel so uncomfortable on the inside is because you know you're not being the best version of you that you can be. That discomfort is trying to move you from where you're at to where you belong. Your destiny is greatness, and you know this on the inside, and that voice just keeps on calling, and you're never gonna have the peace until you go become who you are supposed to be. Now we're gonna set this change in motion for you right now. I want you to say this with me. I want you to say this out loud. I am ready to change my life. I am willing and committed to going all in and fully commit to doing the things that it takes to become the person I was meant to be. And that starts right now. All excuses, stop right now. I will not, from this point forward, point the blame at anybody else for my own destiny. I will take responsibility for who I want to be. I will get up every day and work toward that person that I know that I am on the inside. I pledge with all my actions allegiance to success. I will search deep down inside for a why that will allow me to run through walls with it, because I will not be denied. Champions put in place the habits and daily rituals that manufacture success. They push themselves constantly to the point of pain. And by refusing to tap out to that pain, they eventually give birth to greatness. Pain is no match for a real champion. The legends understand to be a winner, one must be comfortable at being uncomfortable. The dark, the unknown, the fears that stalk each and every one of us must be faced and faced alone. For the more we go through the fire, the more refined we become. Those struggles, trials, and tribulations, they mold and shape us, prepare us for the calling and events to come. We learn to perform under stress, under duress, and without hesitation, because perfect practice consistently makes one perfect all the time. The inner standard of a champion sets him apart from the masses, the wannabes, and the uncommitted. Legends refuse to settle for mediocrity. For them, being average is the plague and totally unacceptable. Champions go all in all the time. Not just on game day. When the practice is over for the team, the work for the champion just begins. They understand the process and what is required to be elite, to be great, to be the best. It requires obsession, passion, focus, and an unbelievable work ethic. Sweat becomes the friend of the 1%. Success is available to anybody that is willing to work for it. Success can only be bought with the currency of hard work. And champions refuse to concede to anything less than leaving every ounce of themselves on the practice field, the weight room, the classroom. Whatever champions do, they carry that same inner standard of greatness with them. They don't turn it on and off depending on where they're at. It is constant. They never enter an environment without it. To stand next to them is to be infected. Their commitment inspires, strengthens, and impacts everyone who comes in contact with them. They are the leaders, not by word, but by actions. They set the example for their teammates and exemplify the message, blessed and unstoppable. They've adopted the same mindset of the ones who held up the championship trophies before them, and they continue to carry the torch so that the standard is never forgotten. Pain, defeat, and rejection are scared to come near these supermen who conquer loss with a vengeance. They fight, claw, and scratch until every second runs off the clock. Failure is not an option for them. They never quit, never concede, and never give up. Champions become phenomenal by mastering the basics. Day in and day out, they do the little things well. They take nothing for granted. They take no shortcuts. They do it the right way, all day, every day, or they don't do it at all. The greats are so focused that they become immune to all distractions. And by disciplining their mind, they stay ready for the opportunity. And when that opportunity comes, they seize it with hunger. They feed on competition, chew on hard work, and drink sweat for replenishment. Only the strongest survive. This is the survival of the fittest. Most people are too comfortable with being good to ever be great. Easy is the breeding ground for complacency, and champions know this. Therefore, they smash all traces of it from their life. They shut the door to anyone who shows average mercy. When vision procreates with hard work, dreams become a reality. And to give up is to commit abortion on the life one could have had. Winning requires understanding every aspect of your opponent. And the best way to do that is to look in the mirror. It's you versus you. How bad do you want it? Do you want to be a champion? I mean, do you really want to be a champion? I mean, a champion in all walks of life. Every area. Let your grind, your work ethic, your execution speak for you. See, champions know there is no all season. The all season is the season. And this is the same, not just in sports, but in business, in relationships, in your spiritual life. This is the way of the champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. Dale Carnegie said, most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Arise, champion. Now perseverance transforms average, everyday people into world champions. So the key to victory, the key to success is never giving up. And in order for you to do that, arise, champion, you're gonna need a strong why to prevail, a strong reason to keep going. You see, the more difficult your obstacles are to overcome, the more you must keep your reasons for succeeding in front of you. Vince Lombardi said, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of will. Success is not about how you look on the outside. Arise, champion. You might look like a Lamborghini, mean and clean everywhere you go. But see, I'm interested in what's under the hood, cause that's what really matters. When life hits you with that brick, and you get knocked down on that mat, and I'm talking to the Linda Rouseys of the world, the ones that been knocked down once and twice, and everybody out there is calling you a failure, everybody out there saying it's over. What are you gonna do? Rise, champion. I don't even think they should be able to call you a champion until you've been beat, because even losers keep going when they're winning. But when you get hit with that brick and you on that mat on your back, rise, champion. Then we separate the cream from the crop. Only when you're down 25 points on the biggest stage like Tom Brady, and you come back, can we call you the greatest of all time? Abraham Lincoln said, I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Get up! The ground, the mat, being on your back is no place for a champion. Get up! Rise, champion. Now you at that crossroads. The decision you make now will ultimately define your legacy. I'm speaking to the Tiger Woods of the world. Each loss, each setback, each heartbreaking disappointment will try to disguise itself as failure, but it's all a lie. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not give up. Many times on the road to success, you're gonna feel crushed, exhausted, and alone. See, life is not like Little League. Arise, champion. They don't give away participation trophies. There's the champions and everybody else. It's one or the other. How do you want to be remembered? Each time life knocks you down, arise, champion. You must bounce back with an even greater hunger to succeed. The ones that have the hardest time doing this are the ones that have weak whys. Now you can only go as far in life as your why will carry you. Champions have self-awareness. They know why they want what they want, and that why carries them to the promised land. The why is the birthplace of all champions. She is the mother to all legends and all the greats in every field. The more deeply you are connected to the thing you're trying to accomplish, the more likely you are to achieve it. Natural talent and ability, that's all good, but it won't carry a quitter. So you gotta find a why that makes you invincible, that you can run through walls with it. Get up! Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. And I'm not ignoring what you're going through. Get up! And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you it's gonna be easy, cause it's not. It's gonna be a struggle. You're gonna have to fight and claw and scrape your way up out of this thing. But you can do it if you wanna do it. Now, are you a pretender or are you a champion? You can't have a testimony without first having a test. The whole world is watching you right now. Get up to see how you respond. Show them what you made of. Never give up. And this is the inner symphony of greatness, the epic soundtrack of success. When your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. Today is the day. It's time for you to awaken the champion within you. Now, Wayne Dyer said, there's no scarcity of opportunity to make a living at what you love. There's only a scarcity of resolve to make it happen. Now, how bad do you want it? Now, the obstacle you're facing, how bad do you want it? Might seem insurmountable. How bad do you want it? But I'm here to tell you, God still moves mountains today. You are made to glorify the one who sits on high. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You were made to be blessed and unstoppable. I don't want you to worry about how. I just want you to dig deep down. Your whole life is about to change right now. When you mix your passion with discipline, what other people say or think about you becomes irrelevant. You haven't even begun to touch the surface of what you're capable of doing. Day in and day out, you gotta beat on your craft till you master it. I'm not speaking right now to the physical you. I'm going deeper. I'm speaking to your spirit. That champion that resides within you. Arise. See, here's the secret. Nobody can motivate you. They can only point you to the power and energy that resides within yourself. You keep saying you want to be successful, but your work ethic, the actions you take, have to match the words that you keep saying out of your mouth. There's no goal, no obstacle, no challenge that can deny the person that masters the art of hard work. Let your grind do all the talking. You can't purchase greatness with a mediocre work habit. You keep writing a check for greatness and it keeps bouncing, coming back. Insufficient work ethic. Mediocre is a foreign language to a champion. No comprende. They don't speak mediocre. They don't speak average. Champions speak excellence, greatness, hard work, discipline, perseverance. We are champions because of that. Speak victory. Declare victory. Project victory. Chase victory. Pursue victory, exemplify victory, master victory, then conquer victory. Raise your standard to that of greatness. Because you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it to honor the God you serve. Grind and hustle are universal words recognized in every language. You gotta leverage every second of time. Give no time, energy, or resources to anything that doesn't belong in your future. If it's not moving you toward your dreams, get rid of it. The number one reason people fail is lack of focus. If you can stay focused long enough, you can achieve it. Champions are champions because they fell in love with the process that produces winning. Make practice your art, repetition your addiction, excellence your obsession. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Champions practice it so many times, they forget how to ever do it wrong. Persistence and passion will make you invincible, and discipline will make you unstoppable. Success is just the accumulation of right thoughts, properly and consistently implemented. All things are possible to them that believeth. In the imagination lies an infinite world of possibilities. Those who live in her realm become the innovators that change the world. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Those who have gained revelation of the power within are not subject to life. Life is subject to them. Your thoughts are matches. You're only one thought away from setting the whole world on fire. One great idea can change your life forever. Refuse to live a life of average. Success is a marathon of consistency, walked out one day at a time. Suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. What price are you willing to pay for greatness? Anybody can train to be a gladiator. What marks you out is having the mindset of a champion. How bad do you want it? When your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. I am the messenger. God sent me to tell you that your best days are ahead of you. This is not the end. And no matter what you're facing, the trial or the tribulation, the circumstance or the situation, you will come out of this victorious. I am the messenger, bringing a message of hope to the one thinking of taking his own life with a needle in his arm, shooting dope. To all the homeless, to the one the doctor just told you only got 6 months to live. To those who've been raped, to the woman who just got re-diagnosed with cancer for the 3rd time. To those that just went bankrupt, to that one out there who just lost their whole family in a car wreck. To those that just lost their baby, and my brother who just got told he'll never walk again. I'm here to tell you all, God has not forgotten you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. This is not a coincidence that you are hearing this message. This message was spiritually and strategically designed for you. Now God says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And see, you must go through what you're going through so that you can be shaped, refined, and molded so that you can qualify for your future. So you will be prepared to do your calling. So consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. I am the messenger. For what the enemy murdered, killed, and destroyed, your faith can resurrect. For I will restore the lost years that the cankerworm ate. So don't let the devil lie to you. God has an amazing plan for you, and I'm the messenger. Son, here to bring hope to that mama whose son is out there on the streets, hooked on pills, who everybody else is giving up on. For that mama who's at home, praying over her child in prison, don't you give up, cause the word says, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. So you stand on that and you believe. Let God be your banner, Jehovah Nissi. He will not fail you. God still moves. And for that one who they say is on his deathbed, he sent out his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction. I'm the messenger sent here to deliver the hope. And the Lord who's mighty in all things says, I dare you to trust me with your dreams and hopes. I am the messenger. Stop telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big God is. And since we have hope, we are very bold, because the word says, and in all things whatsoever ye ask for in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. So I've been sent to that woman who's about to give up on her marriage, and to that man who feels like he's done let his family down and on the verge of throwing in the towel, to giving up, to ending it all. I am the messenger. God still loves you, and this is not the end. And I was sent to the man in prison who doesn't see any reason for living. And I was sent to that young girl who's considering an abortion because she just doesn't understand how she will ever be able to take care of that child. I'm here to tell you, God is with you, and with God all things are possible. I am the messenger of hope. And for that one out there who thinks they've done the unforgivable, I'm here to tell you that God is the God of second chances, and his grace will set you free. I am the messenger of hope. Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. You can tell the level of faith a person has by the size of their dreams. True believers dream bigger and aim higher, for they know the size of the God they serve. And if you want to accomplish amazing things and experience all that life has to offer, you must set enormous, almost to the edge of insanity, goals for yourself. The age of being practical is over. Dreaming with boldness takes the limits off of God. It allows him to work the miracles that he is so willing to do. Don't set your goals in relation to your own abilities. Set your goals in accordance with the God you serve. And let me tell you this, all things are possible with God. So if you align with him, if you align with his principles, you are blessed and unstoppable. Now let's go to the word. Now to him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Now notice that last statement. According to the power that worketh in us. That means everything you need to accomplish your dream is already inside you. Wake up! That's the secret. It's already in you. When you gain revelation to that power that's in you, there's not a wall, there's not an obstacle, there's not a mountain that can stand in your way. Because all things are possible to him that believeth. And when you believe that kind of way, and you serve that kind of God, you are blessed and unstoppable. You have been granted through grace the power and authority to accomplish your divine assignment. He has placed seeds of greatness inside of you, and with that anointing, all things are possible. God does not want his ambassadors walking around on earth sick, broke, and defeated. There's no glory for him in that. He made you to prosper in every area so that you can give a shining testimony to the word of his greatness. Every victory, blessing, and success you experience is designed in some way to put you in position to minister to the lost. He has empowered you to succeed so that you can have greater access to bigger and bigger platforms to pronounce his glory. You are a soldier in the mighty army of God, and no great general would send his soldiers out into battle empty-handed. He has fully equipped you to be victorious. Your weapons are faith, mind, and the spoken word. These are the three most powerful weapons in existence, and nothing can stand in the way of them. These are the same weapons Jesus performed all his miracles with, and you have complete access to them. John 14:12 says, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father." Now, if the word of God promises you something, then you can rest assured in full faith that you have it. The power's in you. Go now and change the world with it. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.